backrooms quickly spread across the internet. This image and its reply text spreading to other message boards like creepypasta and r/nosleep, with different people putting their own interpretation on the backrooms, filling its empty spaces with lore, meaning, and entities. Vicious humanoid-like dogs, specters that grin like shadows, giant monsters made of twine. The backrooms interpretation of this image became so popular that soon people started theory crafting that this was actually just the first level of an infinity of different floors, all with their own lores, rules, entities, and logic, many of which borrowed the aesthetics of liminal space imagery, all collected in multiple competing wikis and message boards. And this is all cool, but it creates a problem from the when you put a living thing in a liminal space, our brains are hardwired to focus on that living thing rather than the environment. Thus, that liminal feeling is destroyed. And if you want a good example of this, go play the complex found footage and then go play one of the other more horror-focused backroom Steam games and just feel how different an experience that is. While the liminal space community stayed as a place to appreciate liminal spaces, the backroom community evolved into something more closely resembling a giant virtual world, with backroom explanation videos as well as survival guides becoming hugely popular on TikTok and YouTube. And so for a time, these two seemingly similar but actually very different communities uneasily coexisted online. And the reason that Kane Pixel's video is so important is the impact it had on both liminal space and at 40 million views, the backrooms found footage launched the popularity of the backrooms into the stratosphere, resulting in an entirely new subgenre of backrooms found footage videos, all following a near identical format to that original video, starting off with a first-person exploration of a mundane, repetitive environment, followed by the discovery of some more surreal imagery, crescendoing in an encounter with a monster or entity, all culminating in hundreds of these videos have been uploaded in the 10 months since the original video, frequently racking up millions and millions of views. And this newfound popularity complicated the existence of liminal space online. Find practically any viral post of liminal space now, and someone will inevitably say,
Backrooms Bowling Alley Edition.
with forums like r/liminal space having specific rules against posting backrooms content. This contention had existed for a while. True backrooms, with the intention of rebuilding the backrooms but preserving that sense of fidelity. So no lore, no monsters. And because of all this, there is now a kind of contentious relationship between the liminal space and the backrooms, with many believing the backrooms is liminal space online. And I get that frustration. So to the people creating this goddamn backrooms content, I have only this to say. Hey, great job. Seriously, a massive amount of work and skill goes into these videos. According to the internet, Kane Pixels wasn't even 20 when he made that original video. How impressive is that? And the way some of these videos play around with horror tropes and just physical space is really creative. The general feeling I get from a lot of people online is that there's this belief that the backrooms community from my research, the two kinda came into existence in parallel, the backrooms can be created 3 months before liminal space. It's kind of fascinating to let yourself fall in love with wiki holes, exploring different floors and weird ways they connect. Personal favorite being Jerry's room. Repetitive or cliche or penned by very young people with little experience in either horror or writing. Yeah, it does, but I don't know, I think maybe we as a society should stop shitting on teenagers when they get excited about making things.
Here's a little interlude in the video to remind you I have a Patreon and it helps make these videos. Thank you.
Objectively, there's nothing wrong with backrooms. It's just not what people are talking about when they talk about limited space, and it's not what I'm talking about when I talk about it. Which brings us to the question I have been clumsily tumbling towards this entire video. What is true horror? God, did I really just write 30 minutes? Oh God, it did not. What's haunting about liminal space isn't just the fear of unknown, but its environments strip away the boundaries and barriers of our world and leave us naked. Earlier in the video, we talked about how these images remove the destinations
Keep that open.
and leave the space between. And for as comforting and freeing as that space can be, there's also something
Keep it open.
about it. Going back to the writing of Turner, he described liminality as the point at which the cake of customs, i.e. the traditions, the rules, the safeguards, the boundaries that give our life stability and protection,
Yes.
liminal is the point where they all melt away. And what's interesting is that in many cultures, deities and mythical creatures like the Welsh hero Leo or the Hindu demon Hiranyakashipu could not be clothed or naked. They were only vulnerable in the states in between, i.e. either at dusk or moments of transformation. Think the forest deity from Princess Mononoke. Even the concept of a wedding party is traditionally rooted in this liminal state before their lifetime. And reading up on this, apparently pre-wedding bride kidnappings were pretty common, which is awesome. Have always feared states of liminality. And what's really fascinating is how you can see this idea come up in horror. The Shining is a story of a family literally trapped in a space, suspended in this environment that is meant to be temporary, meant to be transitory, but they can't leave, becoming increasingly exposed to the frightening, intangible things that exist there. And look at how often the film emphasizes this idea of liminality through its camera work, hurling its characters down these endless gated hallways, drowning them in these massive quantities of empty space. Likewise, take a movie like The Killing of a Sacred Deer, a film
5,
expressly about
7,
a man's
2,
inability to protect
2.
his family from this unseen, unknowable force, and how that feeling is visually conveyed by constantly framing these characters in environments and camera shots that are highly liminal. Hell, a big part of the horror of the entity from It Follows, this murdering, shape-shifting creature that constantly wants to wherever you are, is how it traps these characters in a constant state of liminality, never able to rest, never able to stop, stuck in this permanent
Boom.
Look at how
That's like 840. Let's go. And as usual, you get a tip, Jeff. Huge tip. I'm very generous. I don't care about my money.